दार्विक गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जाय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मरन मोहन जू की जाय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपार अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जाय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपार अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जाय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपार अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जाय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशुमार भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोसाई महाराज की जाय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशुमार भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जाय। नित्याल्प विष्णु महाभागवत श्रील गोरक्षरदास बाबूजी महाराज की जाय। नित्याल्प विश्व श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जाय। नित्याल्प विष्णु वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबूजी महाराज की जाय। श्री रूपानु गौड़िया गुरु वर्ग की जाय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जाय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जाय। नाम चय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जाय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जाय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल कोरमंडल व्रजमंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जाय। सर्व अभिष्ट विरत गिरिराज महाराज की जाय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जाय। श्री यमुना देवी गंग देवी की जाय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जाय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जाय। श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाय की जाय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जाय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जाय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जाय। जय श्री चैतन्य शिक्षाष्टक की जय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय श्री भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर भजन-rahasya की जय। Okay, we'll do the Mangala Charan and then begin. Ajnanatimirandasya jnananjana-shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। श्रीसिद्धान्तसरस्वतीति विदितो गौडीय गुर्वन्वये भातो भानुरिव प्रभात गगने योगोरसंकीर्तनाय मायावारतिमिङ्गिलो दरगतान् उद्धृत्य जीवनिमान् कृष्णप्रेमसुधाब्धिगाहन सुखं प्रादात् प्रभुं तं भजे। वन्दे भक्तिविनोदं श्री गौरशक्तिस्वरूपकं भक्तिशास्त्रज्ञसाम्राज्यं राधारससुधानिधिं नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगवराय ते श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। वृषभानुसुतान्वितवामतनुं यमुनातटनागरनन्दसुतं मुरलीकलगीतविनोरपरं भज गोद्रुमकाननकुञ्जविदुं स्मर गौरगदाधरकेलिकलं भव गौरगदाधरपक्षचर शृणु गौरगदाधर चारुकथं भज गोद्रुमकाननकुञ्जविदो तवैवास्मि तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय देवि त्वां नायमां चरणान्तिकम् भक्त्या विहीना अपराधलक्षय क्षिप्ताश्च कामादितराङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि त्वं शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम् भज श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री स्वरूपराय संग हर्ष शेष घोषणम शिक्षणाष्टकाख्य कृष्ण कीर्तनाय कपोषणम प्रेम नाम मात्र विश्व जीवनायक संबरम प्रेम धाम देवमेव नौमि गौर सुंदरम प्रेमोर्भावित हर्षयोद्वेगधन्यार्तिमिश्रितम् लपितांगुरचन्द्रस्य भाग्यवार्भिर्निषेव्यते प्रभुर्शिक्षाष्टक श्लोक जय पौड़े सुने कृष्णे प्रेम भक्ति तार बारे दीने दीने शिक्षाष्टक चिंत करो स्मरण कीर्तन क्रमे अष्टकाल सेवा हवे उदीपान सकल अनर्थ जावे पावे प्रेम धन चतुर्वर्ग फल्गु प्राय हवे आदर्शान. Okay, now let's recite the Shikshashtak. Um, 1 second though, I'm gonna need to open it up first. Where is it? Open the recent. Let's see. There it is. Okay. Cheto darpanamarjanam bhavamahadavagni nirvapanam Shreyakairava vitaranam Vidyavadu jivanam Anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam Purnamrita swadanam Sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrarpita Niyamita Smarane Nakala Etadrishi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaiva me drishamiha janina nuraga Trinarapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna Amanina amanadena kirtaniya sada hari Nadanam na janam na sundarim Kavitam va jagarisha kamaye Mama janmani janmanishware Bhavatar bhaktir ahaituki tvaye Ainandatanu kinkaram patitam mam vishame bhavam buddho Kripaya tava para pankaja Sthita dhuli sadrisham vichintaya Nayanam galarashudharaya vadanam ruddhaya gira Pulakarnichitam vapu kada tava nama grahane bhavishyati Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravrashaitam Shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me Ashlishava pararatang pinashtumam adarshanan marma hatam korotuva yatha tatha va vidadhatu lampato mat prananatastu sa eva na para. Jai Śrī Śikṣāṣṭaka ki Jai Sachinandan Gaur Hari ki Jai. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Champak Mataji, and um, I forgot to open up Restream before. Dang it, I hate when I do that. So I don't see all the comments on Facebook, but I've been noticing Sajan Maharaj has been joining. So Dandavat Pranams, Sajan Maharaj. And oh, Gopali Didi and Shyam Prabhu and Rupa and Raj Haribo. And also, let's see, on YouTube. But yeah, Dandavat Pranam Sajan Maharaj if you're watching. Hare Krishna. And I see Ganga Mataji, Patita Pavani Didi, Krishna Mai Didi, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Bilva Mangal Prabhu, and Shama Didi, and everybody else. Dandavat Pranams. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry if it gets annoying every time I do these disclaimers before I start, but yeah, I don't know. I just, I don't know. I want to say it, but yeah, I didn't chant any Harinam this morning, and I've just first thing right when I got up, my mind started thinking, "Oh my God, I need to do this for the songbook. I need to do this for the songbook," and so I just thought I would spend like a couple minutes just like making sure that the artists are doing these drawings or asking artists to do drawings, and then it ended up taking my whole morning until just now when it's time to begin. But like right now, I contacted maybe how many artists did I contact? One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, five artists this morning, and I wrote them all separate messages. And you want to see what I have to do for the songbook right now? I'm going to show you just for fun. So where is it? Let me just open up this file here. Here. All right. Oh no, these are just the sub chapters. So for every, I think you've seen, I've shown you sometimes, like for every chapter of the book, we have a full page illustration. But then for every sub chapter, so some chapters are divided into parts. And so for each one of those parts, we have a line drawing. And so, and the full page illustrations and the line drawings, nothing's finished yet. And we have 38. I just did this last night. We have 38 line drawings in the songbook. And these ones that are highlighted in yellow, I still need to I still need to arrange line drawings to be done for them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So yeah, I need to get 18 line drawings. I need to arrange 2 full page illustrations for the chapter pages for Namashtak and for the Radha Krishna chapter. And I don't know who's going to be able to do the Radha Krishna chapter. And then there's a lot of other design things like the back cover of the songbook. And I don't know. I have like a lot on my mind and a lot I need to finish. And we got to finish this all in 27 days. And I've been not focusing on the art because my main thing, like my main big pressure is finishing all the songs. Like I recently decided to add in Yamuna Bhavavali, which is 27 songs based on 27 verses from Yamunacharya's Stotaratna. And so I managed to finish that, but now I'm stuck on so many different places. And I need to finalize all that. I need to finalize a lot of like a lot of stuff. I need to add in many songs in different places. I'm still not sure how I'm organizing some sections. I have like a ridiculous amount on my plate, and we're trying to finish everything by the end of this month. And so, Yeah, so for the next 27 days, actually until we send the book to the printers, I think every single one of these classes is going to be me in this kind of state of like my mind somewhere else, and we'll see how we do. But I'm not going to be able to like really, I might be a little bit splayed out in every program. But then once and like I'm aiming to have the songbook finished by the end of this month, which probably means that we'll have it finished by mid-September. And but then after that, I'll finally be able to, after like a couple years, I'll finally be able to relax a little bit. And I have lots of other projects I need to work on, but there won't be that crazy pressure. Um, all right, so let's go into Dvitīya-yāma-sādhana. But yeah, this songbook is going to be really awesome. uh, at some point, I'll show you like what we've done so far, just so you can get an idea. But okay, so we are reading Dvitīya-yāma-sādhana. This is the second chapter of Bhajana-rahasya. So the Dvitīya-yāma, day is divided into 8 yams. The second yam, Dvitīya-yāma, is pratakal. It is the early morning from 6 a.m., approximately 6 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And this time of day represents anartha nivritti in sadhu sangha. So the pratam yam sadhan was shraddha. And then once you have shraddha, then you can start engaging in sadhu sangha. Then when you have faith in the words of sadhus, and faith means surrender also, they're synonymous. And so then you start really associating with sadhus in a true sense. You're listening to their harikatha, you're trying to follow, engaging in bhajana kriya, the activities of bhajan that you hear from them, and following their example. And then anartha nivritti happens automatically, right? All of your anarthas are starting to be removed. And so this section of Bhajana-rahasya is all about anartha nivritti, all about removing the anarthas. Anartha, artha means that which has value. It also means wealth. It means fortune. And anartha is the opposite of that which has no value, that which is worthless, that which is misfortune also, because artha means fortune and anartha means misfortune. And so in this verse, and this whole chapter, this whole section is based on this second verse from Śikṣāṣṭakam. And the key word here, like that, most of this chapter is centered around this durdaivam, which means misfortune. So also means anartha. And so this whole chapter is about removing these anarthas. So, and Haribo Sarveshwari Mataji. Okay, so, Mahaprabhu is saying, you have made, akari means you have made or manifested, bahuda, many namna, many names, innumerable names. And tatra, there in those names, arpita, you have placed nija sarva shaktis, all of your, nija means your own, sarva means all, shaktis, all of your own potencies, you have invested in those names. And smarane, and in remembering those names, na niyamita, there's no na niyamita, there's no restrictions or rules of time. Kala means time. So it means at any time, in any state, any condition, any time, any of these, all your names may be remembered. Smarane. Etadrishi tava kripa. Etadrishi, such tava kripa is your mercy. Bhagavan, oh Bhagavan. But mama, my durdaivam, my misfortune, idrisham is such that iha, hearing these names, na anuraga, no anurag, no spontaneous attachment and attraction for these names, ajani, have awakened. No, No anurag for your names has awakened within me. So what is this misfortune? We've been going over it again and again every day. Um, so we know, okay, verse 2, yeah, well, I'm gonna skip over this part because I've gone over it every time almost. But yeah, here's the Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains these four parts of this verse, how Krishna has many names, how he has invested all his potency in the names, how there's no rules for chanting the names, and then what is this misfortune? What is this durdaivam? So this misfortune is that those whose senses are turned away from bhavata prasangat, vimukha indriya. So vimukha means turned away, indriya, their senses. So those whose senses are turned away from bhavata prasangat, from topics or narrations is prasangat of bhavata, of you. Their diya, their intelligence is stolen away or destroyed, daivena, by fate. These topics of you, sarva shubha upashamanat, is they destroy all ashubha, all sarva ashubha, all inauspiciousness. But despite that, these dina, these fallen wretches, they kurvanti, they engage and they engage shashvat perpetually, incessantly. They're always engaged in akushalani, in these inauspicious acts. Why? Just for lesha lava, that means a fraction of an atomic particle, like a fraction, not even just an atomic part, but in a fraction of that, just the tiniest bit of kam shuk, of sense pleasure. They are perpetually engaged in doing all these inauspicious activities. And their hearts, their manasa, their minds and hearts are abhiputa, overwhelmed with greed, with lobh. So this is the meaning of misfortune. And so then we have this verse from beginning, first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, about how Vyasadeva, through bhakti yoga, he had darshan of Krishna and Maya, and also he saw the jivas who are bewildered by Maya. And even though they're above this material creation, they're of a higher substance, they think that they're products of this material world. And so with that anartha, with that misidentification of their self, they engage in all these inauspicious activities. This is their anarthas. So to destroy this anartha, one must engage in direct bhakti yoga to adhokshaj, transcendental Vishnu. But the people, the lokasya, the people, ajanato, they do not know about this. So Vidvanks, the learned Vyasadeva, he compiled the Sattata Sanghita, the Srimad Bhagavatam. And so through the instructions of Srimad Bhagavatam, we can remove all these anarthas. Now, what are these anarthas? They are divided into four types: Sarup, Brahm, Asat, Trishna, Aparad, and Hriday Daurbalya. And those four are further divided into four, so 16. We went through all that many times. And now, what are the main methods for removing these anarthas? Nam Sankirtan. All anarthas are nullified by Nam Sankirtan. And even fear personified fears the name, trembles upon hearing the name of Bhagavan. So now we have this Harinam, which can destroy all our misfortune, all our anarthas. And this Nam is so powerful. There's nothing to be afraid of, for even fear personified is afraid of the possessor of this name, Krishna, and the name of Krishna. There's no difference between the name and the possessor. But still, we're afraid. Why does this fear arise? Bhayam Dvitīya-yāma-sādhana syad. Fear arises, syad, so bhayam, fear, syad, arises when one is absorbed, abhinivesh, They are completely absorbed in Dvitīya, in something other than the Lord, in a second thing, this material world. And apetase, they have turned around from Isha. They turned away from Isha, from the Lord. And they've forgotten their real position. Viparyo smriti. They've forgotten that their own constitutional nature, being a servant of Krishna. Tan Maya. Why? Because of Maya. It's due to Maya that they've done this. And so those who are Buddha, those who are intelligent, abhajetam, they worship him, that Supreme Lord. Bhaktai kayesham. They worship him through bhakti, bhaktya, and aikya, exclusive bhakti, one-pointed, ananya bhajan, one-pointed devotion to Isha, to that Supreme Lord. And Guru, they see their Guru as being the Devata, as a supreme worshipable Lord, and Atma, their closest friend, like their own soul, that close. Okay, so we have Nam Kirtan for destroying the anarthas, taking shelter of Shri Guru and engaging in exclusive bhajan. And then we have this one, the characteristics of bhakti yoga. So those who are endowed with Shraddha, those munis, they're endowed with Shraddha and Gyan and Vairagya. And so they, Pashanti, they see the soul within all souls. Or they see the soul, their self, and the Supreme Soul, Krishna. And having heard the Shrutis, having heard the scriptures and accepted them, they engage, they do this through bhakti. Through bhakti, which is possible by hearing from the sadhus, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and like that, Shrutta Grihaya, they see that Supreme Soul. And so then, Prayojita, one who's engaged in bhakti yoga to Vasudev Bhagavati, who is the Supreme Lord, Janayati, Ashu, very quickly, Janayati. It is produced, what is produced? Jnana and Vairagya, renunciation, and Gyan and knowledge. Ahaitukam, without any other cause. Just by engaging in bhakti, the natural byproducts. You don't need to endeavor separately for attaining knowledge and for renouncing this world, for renouncing all these things. Just by engaging in bhakti, these are just automatic byproducts of that. Janayati Ashu, and it happens very quickly, Ashu. Okay, and now this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the last verse of the Chatushloki in the second canto, chapter 9, verse 36. It explains that those who are inquisitive to know the nature of the self, they inquire through direct, that's anvaya, and indirect, vyatirek, these means of deliberation about the object which is fully eternal. And then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he clarifies in the Bengali verse that the method of anvaya is the rules of on the topics of bhajan, what we do to engage in bhajan, all the favorable activities, all the things that are anukul. And then vyatirek, the indirect method is abandoning all those things that are prohibited. So the favorable things, unfavorable things, the do's and the don'ts, the things that are connected to Krishna and the things that are not connected to him. We don't do the things that are not connected to him. We do the things that are connected to him. So all the rest of the verses explain this anvay and vyatirek, the favorable, unfavorable, do's and don'ts. So first he goes through the verse of Upadeshamrita, Vacho Vegam Manasukroda Vegam, the 6 urges that must be controlled. Then he goes through the 6 impediments to bhakti, the 6 things that destroy bhakti, vinashati, bhaktir vinashati, from Upadeshamrita. I don't need to explain them again. We've gone through them already so many times. And then the 6 kinds of association, that the 6 loving exchanges between devotees, Dadati pratigranati, Goya makyati prishati. And now that we went through this verse about those who are desirous of crossing over this material ocean, this ocean of material existence, and who are focused on their bhajan, Bhagavad bhajan, and who are like renounced their nishkinchan. They for those people, sandarshanam, even seeing a vishayi, sense enjoyers, or yoshitam, seeing the opposite sex, ha hanta hanta, oh alas alas, for them, seeing these sense enjoyers in the opposite sex is even more asadu, even more detrimental and harmful, dangerous. Asadu. How do you? I still don't know how to. In the translation here, it just says worse, but you know the word sadhu and then asadu, right? Is more asadu than drinking vish, poison. Vish bhakshana means to drink poison. Okay, so there's another. And then it is forbidden to judge a transcendental Vaishnava from a material viewpoint. Even the seeming defects, the dosh of their swabhav, arising from, janita means arising from their swabhav, their natures, like they may seem to be harsh, get angry, or any kind of thing from their natures, and also from their vapu, from their form. Maybe they are any kind of bodily deformity or sickness or any kinds of things. Somebody who sees these Vaishnavas, drishtai, by seeing these Vaishnavas in terms of these external seeming defects, or say, let's just read the translation. I'm not good at, I need to like, let's just read the translation. Yeah. Devotees who are in this material world should not be considered material. That is, one should not consider them ordinary conditioned souls. Imperfections seen in their natures, such as birth in a low caste, harshness, or lethargy, and the imperfections seen in their bodies, such as ugly features, disease, or deformities, are precisely like the appearance of bubbles, foam, and mud in the Ganga. Despite such apparent pollution in her water, the Ganga retains her nature as liquefied transcendence. Similarly, one should not attribute material defects to self-realized Vaishnavas. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur adds here that aprakrit bhaktajan, transcendental bhaktas, devotees, pap nahi kore, they don't engage in any sinful activities. And any of the remaining, avashishta means remaining pap, any of the remaining pap, sinful sin, it goes away. Kichu din pore, just after a few days. So there might be some remnants of their previous habits and things like that, but it will leave after just a few days. So we have to be very careful not to judge a Vaishnav. This is talking about aprakrit bhaktajan, these transcendental Vaishnavas. Okay. And I think we went over this verse yesterday as well, right? So Srila Raghunath Das Goswami states in Śrī Śikṣāṣṭaka that one should give up the desire for prestige and the wickedness of deceit and hypocrisy. Pratishtasha drishta swapacharamani me hridina tet kathang sadhu prema sprishati shuchi retan nanumana siddhatang sevasya prabudaita samantamaatulam yatatang nishkashya tvaritami hatang veshayatisa. So, O minds, tell me, how can pure love appear in my heart? You, O mind, are my heart. So how can this pure love appear in my heart as long as a shameless outcast woman of the desire for prestige is audaciously dancing there? Therefore, without delay, remember and serve the immeasurably powerful commanders of Sri Krishna's army, the very dear devotees of the Supreme Lord. They will quickly chase away this outcast woman and initiate the flow of pure Raj Prem in my heart. And we read this commentary, I think, right? Yes, we did. I remember reading that. Do you want to see now the Manashiksha song by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur? That might be nice to do. Let me just find it really quick. laid out. There's Manashiksha. Pratishtasha Drishta. Okay. So here's a song by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, which will be in the Gaudiya Giti Gucha. Ah, shoot. 1 second. Okay. So let's see. The translation that we have here is, wait. Hey, where is it? Sorry, guys. There it is. So serve the Lord's devotees to expel pratishta and awaken prem. I gave a little like title for each verse of Manashiksha. Let's see the translation that we have here. O minds, as long as the shameless outcast woman of the desire for prestige is dancing in my heart, how can pure transcendental prem touch it? Always serve the dear devotees of the Lord, who are the immeasurably powerful commanders of his army. They will at once banish this outcast woman and initiate the flow of prem in my heart. So here's the meaning. An Haribo Rasa Keli Didi, Hare Krishna. An Haribo Vidyalalasa Didi, Haribo. Okay, so কপটতা হইলে দূর প্রবেশে প্রেমের পুরা জীবেরা হৃদয় ধন্য করে অতএব বহু যত্নে আনিবারে প্রেম রত্নে কাপট রাখো হয়াতি দূরে. So only when duplicity, when this kapatata has been banished, only then does the jiva gain entrance into the abode of prem, thus making his heart blessed, dhanya. Therefore, endeavor with great care to obtain the jewel of prem, keeping duplicity very far away. And this previous verse is about duplicity, isn't it? Yeah, it is. We'll be going. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur reversed the order in Bhajana-rahasya. He has the 7th verse come first about pratishta, and then he has the 6th verse come after that about kapatata, about deceit and hypocrisy, duplicity. But I guess Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is, in his song here, he's, connecting it to the previous thing. So great endeavor and care to obtain the jewel of prem, keeping duplicity very far away. Then, Shunoman, O mind, Nigura Vachan. O mind, hear these profound words. Pratishta Shadrishta Dham Chandalini Rede Mama Jotokal Koribe Nartan. As long as the shameless, fallen, outcast woman of the desire for recognition dances in my heart, then kapatya, this duplicity, taru upapati, her paramour, na charibe mamamati, will not relinquish hold on my intelligence. Kapatya tarupapati, na charibe mamamati. Swapachini jahe hoy dur tararte jatana kori Prabhu preshta pada dhori seva tumi koro prachur. So in order for this dog-eating woman to be banished to a faraway place, earnestly take hold of the feet of those dear to the Lord and render profuse service to them. Tad arte, for that purpose, jatana kori, with great endeavor, with great care, Prabhu Prishta Pada Dhori. Hold on, Dhoriya means holding on, hold on to the pada, to the feet of Prabhu Prishta, those who are dear to the Lord. And seva tumi koroho prachur. Tumi, you will, and then, oh, you, O minds, seva koroho, engage in service prachur, profusely, profusely engage in service to them. Don't just do something, no, prachur seva. Srila Bhakti Vinod cries, Teho Prabhu, Teho Prabhu Senapati Vikrama Koriya Ati Swapachini Sangacharaya Radha Krishna Prem Dhane Dibe Kobe Akinchane Bole Bhakti Vinora Kandiya Bole Bhakti Vinora Kandiya. So Bhakti Vinod cries, oh, when will those generals of the Lord powerfully remove the association of that dog-eating woman and give this destitute person the wealth of love for Shri Radha and Krishna? These Manashiksha songs are so beautiful because in Manashiksha, they're instructions to the mind. But then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur makes these instructions to the mind even more personal and more applicable. He makes them into a prayer to be able to follow. So there's like we have a full prayer to be able to follow each Manashiksha verse. So now we come to the previous verse in Manashiksha about the title I gave it is Bathe in the Ocean of Prem, not in the donkey urine of deceit. Okay, so Shri Manashiksha 6 states, let's recite. 1 second, let me just move this to the side. Okay. Are Cheta, sorry. Are Cheta Prodyat Kapata Kutinati Bharakhara Ksharanmutre Snatva Dahasi Katamatmanamapi Mam Sada Tvam Gandharva Giridhara Pada Prema Vilasat Sudhambhodau Snatva Swamapi Nitarang Mam Chasukaya. In spite of having subdued the enemies of lust and anger, one may have not conquered the great enemy of deceit. This verse instructs us how to gain victory over this powerful enemy. Okay, so the verse says, O wicked minds, although you adopt the path of sadhan, you imagine yourself purified by drinking in the trickling urine of the great donkey of full-blown deceit and hypocrisy. By doing so, you are simultaneously burning yourself and scorching me, a tiny jiva. Stop this. Delight yourself and me by eternally bathing in the nectarian ocean of pure love for the lotus feet of the divine couple, Shri Radha Krishna. We're going to see the translation we have for the songbook is, it's just really simple. O minds, why are you bathing in the trickling urine of the great donkey of full-blown, why are you bathing in the trickling urine of the great donkey of full-blown deceit and hypocrisy, thereby burning yourself and me? Always bathe in the nectarian ocean of pure love, prem, for the lotus feet of Shri Radha Giridhari, and make yourself and me eternally happy. Let's look at the Sanskrit. Let's see if we can figure it out. Okay. So, Are Cheta, O mind. Snatva means having bathed. Having bathed in the Ksharan Mutre. That means Mutre means in the urine, ksharan means trickling. So in the trickling urine of the Bharakara. Kara means donkey. Bharakara, the great donkey of Kutinati. Kutinati is hypocrisy and kapata, deceit. Prodyat, full blown. Kapata, prodyat means full blown. Kapata and kutinati, full blown deceit or duplicity, and kutinati, hypocrisy. So snatva, having bathed in that trickling urine from that great donkey, dahasi, you are burning, you are scorching. Why are you doing that? Katam means why. Why are you scorching us? Dahasi, scorching us in the burning hot, trickling urine from the donkey of this full-blown hypocrisy and deceit. And you're burning, dahasi, you're burning atmanam, you're burning your own self, and you're burning mam, you're burning me, you're burning both of us. And this hot, scorching urine from the donkey. Instead, sada means always. Twam, you should, oh, you, mine. Twam means you. Always. Gandharva giridhara pada prema vilasat sudam buddho snatva. Having bathed, the same word snatva means having bathed in the Sudha ambudo, in the nectar ocean. Sudha means nectar, ambudo means ocean. Of the vilasat. How to translate vilasat here? I don't know actually. Anyways, in the sorry guys. Anyways, so why don't you bathe yourself and me in the nectarian ocean, the Sudam Budo of of love, prem, for the feet of Gandharva and Giridhari, Gandharva Giridhari, and thereby you will make swam, you'll make yourself, and you'll make me, mamcha. You'll make us nitaram, perpetually sukhaya, happy. You'll make yourself and me eternally happy. So now the song by Srila oh no, let's read the commentary of my Srila Gurudev on this. Or let Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur summarize it in two quick short things. Pratishtasha kutinati jatne korodur taha hoile name rati paibe prachur. So jatne means very carefully, with great endeavor. Korodur, remove this pratishtasha, this desire for pratishta, and this kutinati, this deceit, hypocrisy. Tahahoile, by doing this, you will attain rati, paibe. You will attain, paibe means you will attain rati, name, in the name. You'll attain profuse rati, prachur rati. Prachur means profuse. Rati, in the name. So why don't we have this profuse attachment and attraction for the name? It's because we have this pratishdasha and kutinati. But if we endeavor to give it up, then automatically we'll have profuse rati in the name. That's what Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was saying in this Bengali couplet. So now the Bhajana-rahasya vritti of our Srila Gurudev says, the abundance of deceit and hypocrisy that are clearly evident in a sadhak, even though he has adopted the path of sadhan, are compared to the urine of a donkey. Considering oneself intensely engaged in bhajan while remaining devious and hypocritical is like considering oneself pure after bathing in the filthy, burning urine of a donkey. The duty of a sadhak is to carefully abandon these bad qualities. There are three kinds of bhakti sadhaks. Oh God, okay. This is something Yeah, this might, I don't know, I have to look into this, but I think this might be wrong. It's wrong in one of our books, like the order was switched around. And so, anyways, but there's the Swanishta, Parinishtrita, and Nirapeksha. These are the three types of bhakti sadhaks. The hypocrisy that can be demonstrated by each is described below. The Swanishta sadhak is a householder devotee who serves Sri Hari, and he completely abandons the rules and prohibitions prescribed within Varnashram. The deceits of such a sadhak are to indulge in sense enjoyment on the pretext of sadhan bhakti, to serve wealthy and influential materialists instead of unpretentious devotees, to accumulate more wealth than necessary, to be enthusiastic for futile temporary enterprises, to indulge in false doctrines, and to adopt the dress of a renunciant in order to obtain material prestige. Artalava e ashe kapata Vaishnava veshe. Nautam Das Thakur says. Then the Parinishita sadhak is a householder devotee who serves and worships the Supreme Lord according to rules and regulations. His deceit is that externally he makes a show of strict adherence to rules and regulations, but inwardly he remains attached to material objects. He prefers the association of jnanis, yogis, philanthropists, and materialists to that of resolute, loving devotees. And now the deceit of the Nirapeksha sadhak, the renunciate, is that he maintains pride by thinking himself to be the topmost Vaishnava. He adopts the dress of a renunciate, and due to false ego, he regards other sadhaks as inferior. He collects wealth and other material assets. He associates with women and materialistic people. He collects wealth in the name of bhajan. He is overly attached to the external dress and the rules of the renounced order, and thereby weakens his affection for Sri Krishna and so forth. A person should give up all this deceit and immerse himself in the nectarian ocean of pure transcendental pastimes that is born of prema for the lotus feet of the divine couple. The prayers expressed in the writings of Srila Rupa Goswami and others in our disciplic succession, in our Guru Varga, they point the sadhak in the proper direction. One should take guidance from these prayers and perform sadhana while remembering within the heart the divine couple's eternal eightfold daily pastimes, the Ashtakaliya Leela. What time is it? It's 7:57. Okay, so I think we can end here because we definitely don't have time to go through the 10 offenses now. But tomorrow is... Okay, tomorrow is the Julan Yatra, and also, it's Akadashi and Julan Yatra. So tomorrow we'll read a little something about Julan Yatra, and we will go over the 10 offenses to the holy name. And what's after that? Let's look. False renunciation. I'm just seeing what the topics are. False renunciation. Niyamagraha. This verse that the purpose of all rules and prohibitions, they're subservient to the two principles of remembering Vishnu and never forgetting him. The rules, the reason why we follow any rules in bhakti is for these, that's the purpose of them, is to always remember Krishna and never forget him. So we'll go over that verse. Do not endeavor to perform activities such as atoning for sins through karma and gyan. Don't need to engage in any other process, only bhakti. Then what's the next verse? One should endeavor to attain knowledge of Sri Krishna and oneself. Okay. Oh, this famous verse, aham evasame vagre. And then what's after that? Knowledge of the intrinsic natures of Jiva Shakti and Maya Shakti. So Sambandha Tattva, I guess. And anyways, these are the next verses. Okay. Oh, and then these two famous verses, Nama Chintamani Krishnas Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha and Atashi Krishna Namadi Nabhavet Grahim Indriyai. Those are very important verses. Cool. All right. So these are the next verses we'll be going over. Yeah, all right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Dandavat pranams everybody. Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Rasa Keli Didi, Sarveshwari Mataji, and all devotees. Oh, and I forgot to mention at the beginning, all the devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi, who is it? Shachi Devi, Revati Didi, Krishna Rose, Manjari Didi, and Jaydev Prabhu. And all the devotees here on YouTube and Facebook right now, I see Ganga Mataji, Patita Pavani Didi, Krishna Mai Didi, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Bilba Mangal Prabhu, Shama Didi, Vidyalalasa Didi, and also all devotees watching on Facebook. Like, I don't see all the names there. I'm guessing Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj is there. Gopali Didi, Sham Prabhu, Rupa, and Raj, and who else? I don't know. Dhanavad Pranam. Sorry if I'm missing your name, but thank you so much for joining. And yeah, for those of you who are following our Chaturmasya program, we are reciting this Dvitīya-yāma-sādhana. We're reciting all the verses for this time period. Like, anyways, I'm not going to explain it again. I mean, like, my mind is not in a very clear way right now. Where is it? Oh, it's on my website. Forgot. Okay, vineoftheocean.com. Ashtayam-sādhana. Okay, Dvitīya-yāma-sādhana. So yeah, today, again, we're just going to recite it. I'm not going to explain everything, just because I need to do stuff. Nam namakari bahuda nija sarva shaktis tatrarpita niyamita smarane nakala. Etadrishi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi durdaiva me drishamiha janina nuraga. Aneka loker vancha aneka prakar kripate korilo anek namer prachar खाइते शुइते जथा तथा नामलोय काल देश नियम नाही सर्व सिद्धि होय सर्व शक्ति नामे दिला कोरिया विभाग आमार दुर्दैव नामे nahi अनुराग. So these are the 3 verses in Chaitanya Charitamrita describing this second verse of Śikṣāṣṭaka. The desires of the innumerable living entities are of infinite varieties. Therefore, out of compassion, Krishna propagated his countless names. Whether eating, sleeping, or being in any situation, there are no restrictions of time, place, or rules in regard to chanting the name. Yet it bestows all perfection, the perfection of bhakti. The Lord has invested all his potencies in his names, but my misfortune is that I have no attachment to them. And then the song by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur from Gitavali. And in case you didn't hear me mention before, this was a song that was sung right before Sri Rupa Manjari Pada, before Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada entered Nitya Lila. This song was sung, and then as he was entering Nitya Lila, Sri Rupa Manjari Pada was being sung by Srila Bhakti Rakshak Srila Gosai Maharaj. तुह दया सागर ताराइते प्राणी नामयने तुआ शिखाओलियानी सकल शकति दे नामे तो हारा ग्रहणे राखिलो नहीं अकाल विचार श्री नाम चिंतामणि तोहारी समान विश्वे बिलाओली करुणा निदान तुआ दया अर्चना परमयुदारा अतिशय मंदनाथ भाग हमारा नाही जनमलो नामे अनुराग मोरा भक्ति विनोरा चित्त दुखे विभोरा. So the meaning is, you are an ocean of mercy. To deliver the living beings, you have brought and taught your innumerable holy names. You have invested your full potency in your holy names and have made no restrictions regarding time or place. The touchstone of Sri Nam is equal to you. You have distributed this treasure house of mercy throughout the entire creation. Such is your supremely magnanimous compassion, O Lord. But my luck is extremely poor. My anurag, intense affection for Sri Nam, has never awakened. Thus, the heart of Bhakti Vinod is overcome with sorrow. Oh, and thank you, Raskele Devi. I just saw your comment. And now the Bhajana-rahasya, these are the end of Bhajan, this second chapter, which we'll go through eventually. We'll get to these verses, but Ekanta bhaktir matra kirtana smaran anya parve ruchi nahi hoy pravartan bhaver sahita hoy Shri Krishna sevan swarasiki bhav krame hoy udipan ekanta bhaktir kriya mudra ragodita तथापि से सब नाहे विधि विपरीता सर्व त्याग करिलेओ छाड़ सुखठिन प्रतिष्ठा सत्यागे जत्न पाइबे प्रवीण प्रभाते गभीर रात्रे मध्याह्ने संध्याय अनर्थ छाड़िया लो नामेर आश्रय এই রূপে কীর্তন স্মরণ যে করে কৃষ্ণ কৃপা হয় শীঘ্র অনায়াসে তরে শ্রদ্ধা করি সাধু সঙ্গে কৃষ্ণ নাম লয় অনর্থ সকল যায় নিষ্ঠা উপজায় প্রাতঃকালে নিত্য লীলা করিবে চিন্তান চিন্তিতে চিন্তিতে ভাবের হইবে সাধন. So, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes, he says, a one-pointed devotee engages only in kirtan and remembrance of Sri Hari. He has no relish for engaging in other topics. He serves Sri Krishna with heartfelt emotion, with bhav, and gradually his natural spontaneous devotional mood is svarasiki bhav, becomes awakened and intensified. Though the actions and expressions of a one-pointed devotee arise from deep spontaneous love, from rag, they are nonetheless not opposed to scriptural injunctions. Even if one gives up everything else, it is extremely difficult to renounce the desire for name and fame, this pratishdasha that we read about today. One who is mature and experienced will strive diligently to give it up. At dawn, in the dead of night, at midday, and at dusk, one should abandon all anarthas and take shelter of the holy name. Whoever performs kirtan and smaran in this way quickly receives Krishna's mercy and easily crosses over the ocean of material existence. By chanting Krishna's name with faith, with shraddha, in the association of saints in sadhu sangha, all anarthas are destroyed. This anartha nivritti takes place, and firm determination, this nishta, arises, which is the topic of the next chapter. So this chapter ends with the segue into the next chapter. But this firm determination, this nishta, arises. So at dawn, one should meditate upon Krishna's eternal pastimes, his Nitya Lila. Through continual contemplation, this meditation becomes the means of cultivating and establishing one's devotional mood, one's bhav. So now we come to that pastime of the day. This is from Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's Govinda Lilamrita. Radham snata vibhushitam vrajapaya hutam sakhi viprage targe he vihitan napakarachana Krishna vasheshashanam Krishnam buddham avaptadenu sadanam Nirvyuda godohanam susnatam krita bhojanam sahacharais tang chatta tang chashraye. So the meaning for this is really simple, actually. It's the first half is what Srimati Radhika is doing at this time period of day from 6 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And also what Krishna, the second half of the verse is what Krishna is doing from this time period, 6 to 8:30. So Radha being fully bathed, snata, and vibhushita, and adorned with many jewelry, with lots of jewels, all her beautiful ornaments and everything. Vrajapaya hutam. She is ahutam. She is called by Vrajapa. Vrajapa refers to, Paya means by Vrajapa. And Vrajapa means the queen of Vraj, the protector of Vraj. She's called Sakibi, through the Sakis. So the Sakis go and say, Yashoda's calling for you. And this all happens prage, in the early morning. Prage means early morning, or pratakal, this early morning period. So targehe, in her home, in Yashoda Devi's home, vihitana paka rachanam. Shri Radha, she arranges, vihita means arranges, the rachanam, the cooking. Paka rachanam means to cook, cooking various anna, various items, food items, preparations. And afterwards, Krishna avashesha ashanam. She eats Krishna's avashesh, Krishna's remnants. So that's what's happening on Shri Radha's side. Now what's happening on Krishna's side? Krishna buddham. Krishna buddham means awakens. Krishna awakens, and avapta dhenu sadhanam. He reaches, avapta means he reaches, the dhenu sadhanam. Sadhana means the residence of the dhenus, of the cows. And nirvyuda godohanam. He accomplishes, nirvyuda means accomplishes or finishes the godohanam, the milking of the cows. Dohan means to milk. So milking the cows. After he finishes milking the cows, then susnatam, he is nicely bathed. Susnatam. And krita bhojanam, and he eats sahacharais, with his sakas. Ashraya, I take shelter of tongue, of her, and of tongue, of him. Of her and him, I take shelter. Tang chata tang chashraye. Now, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he writes a song. It's pretty much a translation of this, except for here he writes Madhya Madhya Dunhar Milan. From time to time, at this time period at 6:30 to 6 till 8:30 a.m., Dunhar Milan, they both meet together. Radha and Krishna meet together. So Radha snata vibhushita Shri Yashoda samahuta Saki sange tar grihe gamana Tatha pakavirachana Shri Krishna vasheshashana Madhe madhe duhara milana Krishna nidra pari hari Goshte godohana kori Snana shana sahachara sange E lila chinta koro nama preme gara gara prate bhakta jana sange range. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, E lila chinta koro. Remember this lila. Contemplate on this lila. Nam preme gara gara. And remember this lila completely overwhelmed. Gara gara means overwhelmed in nam prem, in love for the name. Prate. Do this prate in the morning time. Bhakta jana sange range. Delighting. Range means delighting in the sangha, in the company, in the association of the devotees. This is, we should remember this pastime filled with love of prem, overwhelmed with love of prem. Sorry, love of nam, prem, nam prem, prate in the morning time. This is what we should be meditating on, this verse here. Okay. E lila chinta ar koro sankirtan, achire paibe tumi bhava udipan. So remember this lila and engage in sankirtan. Achire, very soon you will experience the awakening of bhav. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai. श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय, श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जय, जय श्री गुरुदेव की जय, जय श्री परम गुरुदेव की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री रूपानु गौरी गुरु वर्ग की जय, स्वपार्षद श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय, श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीगान की जय, श्री गिरिराज महाराज की जय, श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय, श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय, श्री भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर भजन-rahasya की जय, जय श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोसाई पाद की जय, His Govinda Lilamrita and Chaitanya Charitamrita की जय, जय श्री शिक्षाष्टक की जय, श्री सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि की जय, श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि वृंदाय तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवाय च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रद देवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः। वंश कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Dandava pranams Niri Hari Prabhu Bhavataran. I already said everybody's name, but I don't want to say it all of a third time. But yeah, pranams everybody. Thank you for sticking all the way to the end. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow to celebrate Julan Yatra. And also, what else? Tomorrow's Julan Yatra and Akadashi. Yeah. And then the day after that is the big, big day, Srila Rupa Goswami disappearance day, also disappearance day of Gauridas Pandit and Govinda Das. But yeah, we have a huge annual 3-day festival here in Gopinath Bhavan and at Rupsanatan Gaurimat, both places. And this is something my Gurudev established a long time ago, many years ago. I don't even know when he established it, but he's been doing this program forever. And he invites all the scholars of Braj and Mathura, like all the scholars of Braj in different places. And then he has them glorify Rupa Goswami. Then he invites everybody from all different like Gaudiya lines, like all different Babajis and like that are who are bona fide, you know, and like he invites so many people and they all glorify Srila Rupa Goswami. And he invites everybody from all the different Gaudiya mats, and then he has all of his own disciples and everybody glorify. So everybody gets a chance to glorify Srila Rupa Goswami. And then, so that's all done in Hindi, and also in English. Manjari Mataji, she has a very full-on program, and invites also in the same spirit. She invites devotees from ISKCON, from like prominent devotees from ISKCON, from other groups, and Chutulal Bhatta, and so many different people. So many of my god brothers and god sisters, disciples of Srila Prabhupada, so many people, they glorify Srila Rupa Goswami in English. And so that's all starting, starting very soon. And that will all be broadcast on Facebook, on YouTube. So, yep. All right, Eddie, well, is there anything anybody wants to mention before I end the stream for today? Okay, see you all tomorrow. Eddie, well. Jai Shri Radhe. Oh, just one second, just looking one last time at Restream, seeing if anybody wrote any comments. Oh, Rai Ramananda Prabhu is there. Hari Bol. Thank you. Hare Krishna.